people say, oh, I don't know what to post. Like, what am I going to post? And for me, I think that's the easiest part of your business, of what you post. You're the expert. You get a chance to share with the world what you do every single day. So Ambi, let's say, for example, you're on your way to someone's house to cut a dog's hair, for example. Is that how you say it? Cut a dog's hair? Groom? Groom a dog. Okay. So you take a picture of the road, and you're like, hey, not while you're driving. Take a picture of the road and you say, headed to my first client, super excited to go do some dog grooming. I'm headed out to wherever you travel to. I'm headed out to Bowdoin. Some people might think I'm only in Olds, but I'm headed out to Bowdoin, super excited for my first one. That's one post. The second one is just arrived at the house, and it should be a different day. So I just arrived at the house, or it's another one. Like I just arrived at this poodle's house. And here's a picture of the poodle. Of course, you probably have to ask permission, but here's a picture of the poodle. I can't wait to do this type of grooming for them. Maybe you offer different kinds. I don't know what you. Okay. Here's a picture of the tools I use. These tools are specific for. If I would suggest that you use, if you're going to groom yourself, I would suggest you use these tools. Or this is the best tool to cut their toenails. Whatever it is, like offer something, give them a reason to come back to your page. Okay. Who else can I use? Does anyone else? Like Vince, I use Vince for example. Like Vince does wood cutting, and he does like custom furniture. So like an idea for Vince is like, I just got this new stain. I would suggest if you're going to, like you're giving away information, I would suggest if you're going to stain your own chair, this is the best stain for this chair. Take a picture of before and after, just like fitness. Before, after. This is how great the stain did. The next post is, this is the paintbrush I would suggest that you use. So we have endless content. If someone asks you a question, that's a post. That's an easy post, because if someone asks you a question, it's not going to be coming from one person. 25 other people are going to have the same question. So if someone asks you a question, turn that into a post. Another point here is repurposing. That post doesn't have to be just one post. You could do a live video of it. I'm at so-and-so's house. Check out this dog. Vince, live video. Vince is like, hey, here's a live video of me. This is exactly what I'm doing I'm going to be staining this furniture, and then I'm going to paint it with this paint. So you can change that into just a picture. So then later, or the next week, or later in the week, say, here's my finished product, here's a picture. But it's the same idea. Like it's the same piece of furniture, it's the same pet. It doesn't matter what it is, you just change the words and you change the picture so people don't continue to see the same content. They don't want to see the same content. You have to change it up. You have to use video, you have to use GIFs, you have to ask questions. If you ask questions, you get a chance to learn from your audience what they want. Sometimes it could be, like, our posts need to be hot topics. They need to be relevant. Like Christmas posts need to be going up. Like, what's your favorite? We do all kinds of different things. We do all kinds of different things. Like a question was like movies. Like we love Christmas movies. So it doesn't seem relevant, but we're connecting with our audience. We're building trust. We're building our community. We're showing people that we're real people. We watch Christmas movies too. So you ask those questions, and I know, like, we had a business meeting with, it was like an 8-hour thing. We broke down, we dissected every part of our business. We looked at every statistic you could. And the coach that we were working with couldn't believe that we knew every single person's first name and something about them. She was like, I've never had a client know this much about their following, or fans are following. But that's how we run our business. It's very personal to us. Every like, every comment, every person that shows up at these events, it means a lot to us. And we put in so much time and effort into our business, we should know people. So when we ask these questions, I know someone that loves pens. I know someone that went to the zoo. And I've never met them in person, but they follow our page. So if you build that community through questions, through conversation, that's going to give you more ideas, like maybe Ambi, what's your favorite pet, for example? Dave, where's your dream place to live, for example? It's relevant to a home, and it's connecting with your audience. So it's important to connect, it's important. But I think that if we could wrap our heads around, we have more than enough content. We are the expert. Show the world how you're an expert. Give them information. Not sales pitch after sales pitch. Show them information. Show them what you do, and and give them ideas on how they can do themselves, how they can do it themselves. Most people aren't going to do it themselves. Dave, I'm never going to sell a house. Ever.
I'll help you.
No, yeah, I'm never going to sell a house to someone else. So if you say, as a realtor, if you say, here's your first steps to putting your house on the market, I don't know. Who knows in the room? I don't know. We might have 2 or 3 people in the whole room. So if you say, here's your first step, that doesn't mean that I'm going to go and try to sell a house. I'm not going to take your business. You know what I mean? I think we're so afraid that we're giving away too much information or think people are going to steal what we do. They're not.